Hello my fellow YouTubers and subscribers, welcome back to my latest movie review, where today I'm going to be reviewing the third film in the Creed franchise, Creed 3. Apologies, it took me a while to get to this review. As a lot of you know, I'm incredibly busy, so finding time to do reviews is not easy. And you may notice a little bit of a difference in my appearance since the last video. Yes, I have to confess that I have been losing weight, and it's something I'm trying to do going forward. So you may see my appearance change a little bit over the year. I will deal with that in another video. I'll explain more about that later. Anyway, on with the review. As for the franchise itself, I haven't seen any of the Rocky films. I've seen the first Creed film, I think. I don't know if I've seen the second one. It's not really a series that appeals to me, to be perfectly honest, but as there's fuck all else out at the moment, let's watch this movie and review it. Adonis has been thriving in both his career and his family life, but when a childhood friend and former boxing prodigy resurfaces, the face-off is more than just a fight. So Creed 3. I had no expectations going into this movie. I didn't really care for it, but I saw the trailers and I thought, okay, this looks kind of cool, and I heard Michael B. Jordan was not only starring in it as the lead, but he was directing it. So I thought, okay, it's a chance to watch Michael B. Jordan's debut as a director. So I was willing to support the guy and give him a shot. And I have to say, I'm rather impressed. I think this is a good film. It's very well made, and I believe the passion is on screen. Michael B. Jordan's passion for this movie is paramount. He clearly loved what he was making. He loved the film he was making, not only from a performing point of view, but also a directing point of view. This film looks beautiful. The shots in this film are so cinematic, I cannot tell you. It's probably the best looking boxing film in a long time. I've not seen that many boxing films, but certainly, like, since Raging Bull. I mean, it's got some really cool visuals, and the lighting and the cinematography is great. You know, the colors really fit, they work with the movie. I like the variation in the color palette of this film, so that's definitely going to draw people in, and I believe that it's probably the best part of the film is the technical side of it, the way that it's shot, the way that it's lit, and it's edited pretty well as well. As for the performances, well, I gotta be honest. I was very impressed. Michael B. Jordan, I've got to give props to the guy to direct the movie and to act in it. You know, that takes guts, and from someone who's been there and done it for my own projects, it's tough, especially when you have a lot to do in the specific scenes that you're filming. But I feel like he pulled it off. I really cared about Adonis's journey, and you know how far he's come on his journey, and wanting to hold on to what he's got, but having to let go of past demons and rid himself of some guilt that he may or may not have. And at the core of the film is a drama between him and Jonathon Majors, who plays Damien. Damien is Adonis's rival. They were once friends when they were younger, but then there's an incident which happened, which I won't spoil, which affects the way the two of them see each other in the future. And when Damien resurfaces and asks for help to get to get some acclaim, to become this big well-known fighter, Adonis obviously chooses to help his friend. And then of course things happen, and then drama ensues, and then it leads to the two of them fighting each other, which is obviously, it's kind of predictable. And as much as I want to defend this film and call it a masterpiece, I can't. The trouble with these kind of films is that they are all very similar. The plot, like narratively, they are just so similar. It always leads to a big fight, there's always a big competition, and you know who's going to come out on top in the end. I shan't say it in case you're going to see the film, but I couldn't have been more right about who was going to win the end fight. You know, let's be perfectly honest. So I would have liked the script to take a few more risks. I feel like the script definitely had a safe story. I mean, considering that, yes, it is a thin narrative, they did try to add as much sentiment as they possibly could. Seeing Adonis's family life, seeing his daughter who is deaf and he has to communicate with her through sign language. That's a nice touch, I suppose, but it was clearly there just to plug in more viewers for the film. I don't think there's any story reason why she's like that. They don't explain why she or how she lost her hearing, or whether she was born that way. I don't know. They never explain it. It's just there. But it is nevertheless quite sweet to see him and his wife, played by Tessa Thompson, and who plays Bianca, and their marriage is pretty solid. There's one or two moments where they argue, but it's nothing major. So to be honest, there's not a huge amount to the plot other than the central rivalry. And of course, there's a ton of boxing scenes. Yes, the fight choreography is impressive. It is very well done. It is good, and the sound design to match that works really well. And certainly towards the end, you do feel like this is more of a personal fight. There is a sequence during the fight, which, mild spoilers, initially the crowd kind of disappears and then it becomes just the two characters. And for me, that was great. I loved that moment because it really allowed me to emotionally invest in the fight much more than just an average boxing fight where the crowd are there cheering everybody on. Because there are moments where you feel like the character is trying to overcome his fears and he's trying to let go of the past and he's trying to stand up to his friend, well, his former friend anyway. Because there are moments where Adonis has to retrain, go back into the ring, and he's struggling. You know, he's an old timer now. He's not so young, and he's trying to do this to get back his friend who mistreated him. You feel the emotional struggle, Adonis's struggle with trying to overcome his adversities is well displayed here. You know, you definitely get into the psyche of the character. Michael B. Jordan, like I said, was passionate about this film. You can see it on the screen. The passion is there. I just feel the film it's quite unoriginal. There's not a huge amount to it, apart from the central drama, and I do quite like Jonathan Majors. He's good as Damien, and, you know, that drama's nice. Yeah, it works for the film. And as for the other performers, Tessa Thompson is back as Bianca, and she's good. I like Tessa Thompson. She's a very good actress. She's probably one of the best performances in the film. And she really brings the emotional weight to the whole domestic storyline, which is nice. And the actress that plays the daughter is also very good too. As much as the whole kind of sign language thing is shoehorned in just for the sake of plugging in more viewers to get to the cinema, I do feel like that it was nice. You know, it didn't disrupt the story. It didn't add anything to the story, but I thought it was cute. You know, it worked fine. There's also some emotional stuff concerning Adonis's mother, played by Mary Ann Creed. As soon as you hear the words, "Oh, she's got a stroke, we're worried about her," you know what's going to happen. Like I said, the movie is predictable as the weather tomorrow. You know, it's the most predictable film you're ever going to watch. The plot is so by the numbers, you know. That's what really hurts this film, is that it doesn't reinvent the whole, I don't know if you could call it genre, but these whole boxing films, it's very hard to reinvent this kind of film because there's always got to be some kind of fight. There's always got to be some kind of build-up to a fight and dealing with the character's personal worries, and this film tries its best to add as much sentiment as it can. Maybe it tries too hard in places. Despite that, I just don't feel like this is a game-changing film. It's a good film, and it's serviceable. It works very well for what it's supposed to do, but it ain't a game changer. It's not going to be like, wow, this has totally changed the way I see boxing films. No, it's not that good. But I did appreciate the fact that the film solely is a drama, and it is about the friendship between these two people and how it affects both their worlds, and how the incidents at question when they were younger affected them years later. And it's nice to kind of explore Adonis's, like, you know, the skeletons in his closet, you know, in terms of the secrets he has about his past. There are times when it's slow, there are times when it's boring, but for the most part, I think Creed 3 is a pretty decent film. It's good, you know. It's good enough for what this film is. Technically and visually very impressive. Story-wise, it's fine. That's the best thing I can say, is the film is fine. And if you like these kind of films, you will not be disappointed. For me, I thought it worked, but I wouldn't watch it again. That's just my personal opinion. So, with that being said, I'm going to score Creed 3. I'm going to give it a decent score of 7 out of 10.
Oh, turn off our phones, open the door. You've got...
Yeah, that's fair. So that's my review of Creed 3. What do you think of this film? Please comment down below, let me know, and stay tuned for more reviews to come in the future. I'm going to be reviewing Shazam, Fury of the Gods very soon, and probably the Super Mario film when that comes out as well. There'll be a couple of things to check out. But anyways, thank you very much all for watching, and please hit the like and subscribe button for more content to come in the future. And until next time, I'm Pajak's Perspective. See ya. Bye for now.